So in this bonus learning objective, we're going to talk about completing points on the unit circle. So we saw throughout Unit 11, knowing points on the unit circle is important because it helps us get sine and cosine values. However, we don't always have all the information we need. So we might have something that looks like this. We know this point, -2/5, but we don't know the y value, but we know it's on the unit circle, and we know it's in quadrant 2. What does the y value have to be? All right, so let's just draw a quick picture. All right, so I have my xy plane, I have my unit circle, and I'm in quadrant 2, so I'm somewhere in the top left. Let's just say it's like here. All right, so this is the point, -2/5, comma, y. And we want to figure out what is the y value. All right, well, the way we do this is by making a right triangle. So I can draw this line straight down, I'm going to draw this diagonal line to the origin, and that makes a right triangle. Because this is a unit circle, the hypotenuse, which is the radius of the circle, is always 1. The height is the y value, and the width is the x value, which we know is -2/5. So from here, we're just going to do the Pythagorean theorem, because there's two sides of this right triangle we know, and one we don't know. So 1 squared is going to be y squared plus -2/5 squared. 1 squared is easy, that's just 1. Y squared doesn't change. -2/5 squared, just remember squaring something is a shortcut for multiplying it by itself. So the first thing, because you're multiplying two negatives together, the negatives cancel, and I'm going to get 4/25. And now I want to solve for y. I'm trying to figure out what y is, so I'm going to subtract 4/25 from both sides. I get 1 minus 4/25 equals y squared. Before I do anything else, I want to simplify this left-hand side because of these two terms. 1 is the same as 25 over itself. 4/25 y squared. And 25 minus 4 is 21. So I get 21/25 y squared. Now the next thing I want to do is I'm trying to get y by itself. So I have y squared equals a number. So to get y by itself, I'm going to take the square root of both sides. And y is going to be the square root of 21/25. And again, that's technically right if you put it into a calculator, you get the same decimal answer as the final answer. But if you put this in Delta Math, it's not going to give you the right answer because it wants you to simplify a bit. And the thing you can do is you can split up square roots over division bars. And the square root of 21, I don't know what that is, but I do know the square root of 25 is 5. All right, so that would be my final answer, the square root of 21/5. All right, that would have to be the value that would complete this unit circle point. And it has to be positive because my y values in quadrant 2 are positive. All right, so here's another example. All right, we have the same thing, except for now we're in quadrant 1. All right, so we have our point of the unit circle, square root of 8/3, comma y. But it's going to do the same thing. We're going to draw this line straight down to create a right triangle. Hypotenuse is always going to be 1 because it's a unit circle. The height is y. The width is whatever that x value is. We'll do the Pythagorean theorem. And the square root of 8/3 squared is the square root of 8/3 times itself. When you multiply two squares together, they cancel, so I just get 8 on the top. 3 times 3 is 9. Subtract 8/9 from both sides to try to get this y by itself. You gotta get a common denominator to combine the fractions. This is 9/9 minus 8/9, and that is 1/9. And now that I have y squared equals a number, I can take the square root of both sides. Split the square root over the division bar. Turns out actually both of these are nice values. Square root of 1 is 1, square root of 9 is 3. All right, and that is 1/3 is your final answer. Again, since it's in quadrant 1, it should be positive 1/3. All right, one more example together before you do one on your own. All right, here we're in quadrant 4. I'm not even going to go through the picture. You can draw the picture. But basic idea is you're going to have the Pythagorean theorem, 1 squared, is equal to the value we don't know plus the value we do know squared. Right, exactly like all the other ones. The only difference in this one is we flipped x and y. Right, but now nothing much is going to change. Negative square root over here times itself is going to be positive 3 over 4. Subtract that from both sides. You can see it's kind of the same steps every time. Then I can take the square root of both sides. So x is going to be the square root of 1/4, or the square root of 1 divided by the square root of 4, which is 1 divided by 2. So my final answer is 1/2. If I'm in quadrant 4, it should be positive. If this was the same problem but it was in quadrant 3, then my answer would be negative 1/2 because I'm going to the left in quadrant 3. So here's one for you to try on your own. You know this point on the unit circle is in quadrant 2. What is the value of x? And the final answer you end up getting for this one is 2 square root of 10 over 7. Everything's the same as the other examples up until this point. Square root of 49 is nicely 7. I didn't have to do this in any other examples, but the square root of 40. 40 is 4 times 10, and that 4, because it's a perfect square, can come out of the square root as that 2 there. So just remembering things that we've learned before, like simplifying square roots. Those types of things might come up in problems too. So this learning objective, you're going to complete problems on Delta Math. You have to complete 6 of these problems to get credit for this bonus objective.